How's it going, everybody? My name is David Hill. I'm an SDR here at Seamless AI. Um, I recently posted a article on LinkedIn that kind of shared a little bit about my story. So I wanted to record a video to share with you guys just a little bit about my upbringing. I had a great family environment growing up, um, a lot of love, faith, integrity, and I was really blessed to have three siblings, a mother and a father that raised me, all the way through till I was out of high school. But the one thing that we did really struggle with growing up was finances, and it wasn't something that was talked about very often in my household. But we did experience a lot of financial difficulties growing up. I remember as a kid changing schools, I think on like a yearly or every other year basis. And I do remember as well living month to month and renting homes, and then ultimately getting evicted several times and having to move in with other families. And it was really hard as a younger person to have to go through that. Um, and I didn't understand what was going on until I was a little bit older. But I did understand the um, kind of pain associated with not being able to, stay and live where we want to live. And um, it definitely had an impact on me growing up. And I think that's what ultimately brought me into sales. Sales I viewed as a opportunity for me to change and have a greater impact on my family, be able to provide and be able to really change the course of my family's history into one of more security financially. And I remember the decision I made going into sales because it was not something that I was raised to do. I was raised by, kind of blue collar family, working with our hands, that sort of thing. But while I was doing that, and I had made a decision to get into sales and to do something different with my life, I taught myself. I listened to a lot of podcasts and watched YouTube. I scoured the internet for information around sales, around personal development, motivation, all that stuff that, and finances as well. And um, was able to stumble across a lot of great books. And I had mentors and teachers that I had never met before, but they had a huge impact on my life during that period when I really, really needed it. Fast forward to, about 10 plus years ago, I had an opportunity to start as a salesperson at a company, smaller company. And it just kind of the rest is history. I've had a lot of ups and downs in my sales career, but my ultimate goal was to be able to provide for my family and to provide a permanent home as opposed to living month to month, living rental to rental, and ultimately having that fear that we might end up losing the place. And so really excited. Got married this year, and my wife and I actually were forced to move out of our rental, not because we couldn't pay the rent, but because the landlord wanted to sell the home with the market being as crazy it is right now. So saved a lot of money and worked really hard, really diligently. And even going through a change of industries, coming to Seamless AI, being an SDR here, I was able to maintain and even add more to the savings. And we're able to buy a house. And that's so big for me. It was something that I honestly didn't even know if it was going to happen or not, because we had gone through a lot of ups and downs in my sales career. I remember, not being able to afford to buy food for myself, being thrown out of places. Like, it went through a lot, but ultimately ended up here at Seamless, which is where I feel like I'm meant to be, and was able to realize that dream of purchasing a home. And that's so big, and I just had to share it with everybody. I really hope that this story motivates and inspires you to do something similar and make the most of the opportunities you've been given, because we really don't get very much. I appreciate your time. Talk to you later.